All right, GM friends, happy Friday. Hope you guys are having a great start to your day so far. This is our amazing Friday once again. Appreciate each and everyone for taking time to join us, especially if you can't join us, it's totally fine as well because this will be on record and you can always catch up with the YouTube link and whatnot. And just a casual reminder that you will always get the bananas recorded for your town hall attendance. So hopefully that's another incentive for you to think about joining town hall if you're listening to this on record. Otherwise, there's always the ability for you to catch up with everything that we run through on town hall on a weekly basis as well. All right. So this week is a pretty packed agenda that we have lined up. A lot of exciting updates to share with us and some probably belonging to the a little bit more serious category, not so much fun, but still, I guess a lot of monkey business ongoing. Right. So hopefully, we don't let you fall asleep just yet this week. And let us know if you have any questions. But otherwise, it's time to kickstart the town hall with our newsletter once again. All right, so newsletter this week, the Banana Split 142 edition. That looks like an amazing monkey. This just hits different, especially when you look at it and you can tell this is definitely something that is handmade and not something that you just simply get off the shelf. So this is what makes it even more precious. Uh, I'm sure you guys are liking this as much as I do. So shout out to the monkey who been fortunate enough to have this gifted to him. All right, as we mentioned as well, Town Hall TLDR. There's always the ability for you to catch up with notes on the Town Hall because it's equally important for us to continue to keep everybody updated, regardless if everybody still has the ability to join us live or not. As a note, I do want to quickly mention for all of our friends who don't live in the Wild Wild West, our friends in America is probably having their daylight saving time switched on again. I can't remember which direction it is, but there's just the impact of the daylight saving. It's gonna kick in right after this week. So, right after this week, what's gonna happen is that all the town hall timing possibly will be shifted an hour back, depending on which part of the world you're from. Take note that traditionally we have always been using 12 a.m. EST as a benchmark. Um, I believe Discord as well is smart enough to detect and make sure that the timing is adjusted accordingly. All right. But wherever you are, and especially if you're not living in the US like myself, you probably want to take note of the town hall timing. I expect it to be a little bit confusing, at least for the first few weeks for a lot of folks. But just take note, there will be the 1 hour impact coming really, really soon. Not a big fan of it because it's going to be 1 a.m. for us, but hey, it is what it is. All right. So TLDR, you can always catch up with everything that we cover during town hall. Um, simply just by following up on the notes and come into our Discord, use the command exclamation mark town hall TLDR. You get everything that you need to know. Aside from that itself, there is also the ability for you to catch up via the recording, the town hall recording. And so that's another option for you. Feel free to go check out our town hall YouTube channel or our MonkeDAO YouTube channel. You get everything, all the series or every week series actually recorded and uploaded there. All right. October update. I'm not sure if we are sad, happy, excited, or a bunch of different emotions that November is here. But whatever it is, life goes on. Whether if this is Upvember or November, October has been arguably a pretty decent month for most of our folks. And there's just a fair bit of updates that we just shared there. I think later on we have a section to cover specifically around this. But feel free to go check it out as well if you are interested in the text form. We'll cover a little bit of that later. Monkey IRL events, I think Simon as well, especially has lined up a couple of points to share with everybody around some of the latest updates of like events happening, especially how you can possibly get involved and make sure you don't miss out some of the super exciting activation. And I don't think I'm allowed to say this, but Stro and I literally just ended the call with 15 amazing monkeys who are the local ambassadors. We are planning a very, 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 very huge activation. Well, in our perspective, take note that everything that we share in MonkeDAO is all relative, and it's all based on individual perspective. And Vizu, this is not fair because you are probably closest and potentially physically right beside Rex. So Vizu will probably already have the insider news. But we are planning something very exciting. We managed to gather 15 of our amazing local ambassadors. So stay tuned. I see most of the ambassadors are also in the room right now. I hope you guys are excited for it. It's going to be a fun event, a fun activation. I have promised Ro to not mention about this until our local ambassadors get the opportunity to share it themselves with their own community. All right, so feel free to go check it out no matter where you are around the world. Take note that the local chapters program is a very, very meaningful initiative. So shout out to all our local ambassadors, especially. All right, Monkeys on Twitter, feel free to go check it out. This is literally our favorite section of every single town hall. Monkey content, if you're putting any content out, feel free to let us know. We would love to feature your content. I know we welcome a couple of new monkeys. I know there's one specific monkey that turned up today as well. Poppy showed a very nice animated gentry, also in pretty much a very nice suited attire there. So feel free to tag us. Always tag, or rather, not feel free, always remember to tag Monkey Down so that we can make sure your posts will get featured. All right. Of course, monkey merch, it's always nice to see folks shilling the monkey merch, especially Vizu posting the throwback. Definitely throwback, although it's just 2 months. But in Web3, everything is amplified times 10, I guess. And Conan, bringing the merch everywhere he goes. It's always nice. We love seeing monkey content like that. One specific one, Christmas is coming early at Monkey DAO specifically. So feel free to go check it out. I know that is probably something that is also still available today. And there is we've pretty much progressively hit the target that we've put out. So everything that we sell right now, take note that it's 100 only. I know Stro will come up and share a little bit more about that later on. So feel free to tag us. Remember to let us know if you do want us to get your content featured. I know there is also a couple of very exciting activations upcoming, and that is also with our local chapters and whatnot. All right, so onward to the last section of the town hall before the marketplace. That sometimes it's a sea of green, sometimes it's a sea of red. Hey, but that's just life. All right, but what does the DAO offer? There's the Monday Monkey Spotlight, pretty much a space, a platform that we've curated to bring on board all our amazing monkey builders to come out and share with us a little bit more about, hey, what exactly are some of the exciting things that they're working on. This week we had Solana Identity, Solana ID. Shout out to them. Built with MonkeDAO. It's basically a grants program in partnership Solana Foundation, built with MonkeDAO. And we haven't really talked about this. This is possibly something that we want to get a little bit more involved in a similar direction at least. And hopefully we get more updates around here on things that we may be able to push out to support, our monkey builders especially. All right. This week's Monkey Doll Spotify playlist is out. Feel free to go check it out. Kawabunga Jones is our amazing monkey. And I had the opportunity to finally read or look at the YouTube link that he shared with me the other day. And I think I'm getting the pronunciation a little bit closer day by day. I don't think I actually had the opportunity to share this specific update just in time for the town hall to be included with a special page. But hey, since Jamie hosts town hall, I get to slot things in whenever I want to. Just kidding. All right, so this is it. I want to also share with everybody that the Monkey Ventures sort of latest update is around the way membership gets admitted. There are some structural changes, or rather, admission changes that we switched up a little bit. Now, Monkey Ventures is entirely gated to monkeys only. In the past, we did experiment with certain curated committee, and as part of the periodic review, we've decided to kind of like ensure that this is catered to just monkey holders specifically. Both Gen 3 and Gen 2 holders, eventually you get the access to Monkey Ventures. We do require you to at least have 7-day O of membership with MonkeDAO before you can actually be eligible. membership who applies, immediately upon joining MonkeDAO, for example, without the 7-day requirement, you may not get accepted. All right. So you will still be required to fill up a form just so that the risks associated, etc. Now, instead of DMing, any team members specifically on Discord or whatnot, please DM Papi Chulo Grim on Telegram. That's his handle as well. After you have filled up the form, Papi will help us verify the application and send you a Discord link. All right. So hope this helped provide some clarity to everyone around like steps on like getting involved, how to be part of this collective and whatnot. And we've been very fortunate to have backed some of the our very amazing monkey, founders, as well as some of the top protocols outside like Sui, Mr. Labs, etc. Just take note that, by joining Monkey Ventures, you acknowledge that there's zero financial advice provided. Any individuals, especially those that are related to or kind of like referred to as team members, are basically individuals who are only involved in the organization and administrative activities of the Monkey Ventures Collective. All right. So this is the last point I wanted to mention, and it's equally important to just let everybody know. If you have any questions related to Monkey Ventures, feel free to DM Papi or myself, and we'll be more than happy to help guide you through. All right. So this is the newsletter for this week. All right. Let's cover the October update. So this October update is a little bit of a lengthy one. Well, not exactly. Again, everything is relative depending on what you look at. But excited to share with everybody some of the things that we've been working on. I think we've been very, very diligent. And this is one thing I want to assure you in terms of deadlines, timelines, and everything. We've been holding this very tightly to make sure that we don't always allow, sort of buffer after buffer and like spillover after spillover when update and when, sort of like things actually get pushed out. So we're excited to share that the governance side of things, especially, we've planned for it to be done by October. Specifically, this has already been done. And later on, we'll have a section that, Moon will come out and share with us a little bit more around what some of the latest updates around that is. Essentially, it will now cost almost close to nothing for membership to participate in votes, compared to before, where folks could still have to end up paying a substantial amount, especially some of the whales. And I say this because I witnessed it personally, where individuals actually did end up paying, yeah, well, $40 to $50. I'm not naming names. That specific will showed me the transaction, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we definitely need to do something about it. Now there is now no reason for you guys to not participate in voting anymore, because you will not be penalized. It's literally 0.0000. I don't know what number is that, but it's almost like negligible cost, or like not significant for sure. All right. And a new voting setup has also been provided for more flexibility. Later on, this will be showcased as well. Um, we kind of kept this point vague. We are experimenting a lot of new initiatives to try to reach new audience. So in an attempt to go towards that, one of the great example is the Monkey Christmas merch. We are reworking a lot of that merch sort of angle that we are taking to make sure that this is something that doesn't scream crypto, doesn't scream DAO, doesn't scream like blockchain. Because guess what, at the end of the day, if we want to, sort of work on initiatives that people can actually relate, and if our goal is to really onboard the next billion users, we need to look at where they are, what our lifestyle is, and we don't exactly want to force people to wear crypto merch, things that especially screams like crypto, Web3, DAO, all around, and be kind of looked at in a different angle. All right. So this is just kind of like the brief rundown. The merch example, just super limited, 100 pieces. And the supplier especially is someone or a team that has actually worked with high-end luxury fashion brand. We agreed to not sort of disclose who they are, but we kind of just leave it vague here. All right. So let us know your feedback if you have any. It's super important that you let us know what you like and what you may not like. Because at the end of the day, everything that we do, it doesn't matter if you're excited about it or we like it or not. It matters more whether if you guys like it and you appreciate that or not. All right. And of course, we know that out of 10 things that we do, maybe 5 or 6 may not be right, but if we can get that 1 or 2 that everybody is really excited about, these experiments will all be well worth it. All right. Banana stand, this is also something that is pretty exciting because we've done a huge structural shift in terms of how things would be. And I think this has helped us solve a lot of the development bottleneck. I think specific to this itself, over the next few weeks, especially, we will have more updates as a lead up to the proposal that was put out a while back. Example, and enabling things like the staking feature, etc., and also potentially enabling it to be a little bit more versatile, reflective of individuals' profile and whatnot. All right. November outstanding proposals. I know this is something that a lot of folks have been waiting for a long time. Um, with the governance process reviewed now and improved, hopefully, we will now very soon quickly kickstart the proposal once again to ensure that all the outstanding proposals can be pushed out because governance is still copies of MonkeDAO, like it or hate it, and it's important for us to embrace it and make sure that it's not annoying for membership. All right. So just be assured, we are not sort of sweeping things under the rug. None of us find joy in doing that. Our happiness meter is not by how much things we can sweep under the rug. We just want to make sure everything, especially from the infrastructure point of view, can be optimized to support it as much as possible. I'm seeing 11 new mentions, and I have no idea what this is because I'm at the announcement page. I know you guys are getting bored, but bear with me. It's super important that I share this with everybody because this needs to go on record as well. And we don't want to do things like the Web3 way of like, when update, when announcement. Okay, so Christmas for monkeys, this is still largely kept on the DL. I think I may have leaked it a little bit accidentally. All I can say is that we just finished up a call with 15 amazing monkey ambassador, and I promised them to not say anything beyond this. And there is also the Christmas merch. And what else? What did we do last cycle that people were excited about? I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not allowed to say anything more. It's annoying because I feel like I just want to pour everything out, but I'm also bounded by, I guess, the STRO NDA. Onboarding the right audience. This is one of the new initiatives that we're working on. I think certain individuals may have been reached out to be involved. I think hopefully this one is something that we can get everybody shared, but definitely in the month of November. I think we expect it to be nothing less exciting. A lot of the things that we're working on, governance, immutability, proposals, Christmas, onboarding the right audience initiative, this specific program will also be all hopefully line up and be pushed out by within the month of November. All right, marketing initiatives, keeping it vague. Certain individuals may have been reached out to be potentially involved. Regardless of it all, yeah, we just want to let you know the key takeaway for this month is that MonkeDAO is here to stay. We're not going anywhere. Regardless of it all, we still have a pretty significant war chest that allows us to continue building the best home for you in Web3. And hopefully, this does not be limited to just Web3 alone. And over time, we can prove that, we can help amplify the work that we've been doing to the masses as well. All right. So hopefully this provides enough update and you guys are not falling asleep yet. Simon, I think I am finally done. Appreciate you putting this together, especially for the slides. Now let's move on to, well, the monkey, Simon, to tell us a little bit about even more boring things, which is security, security, security. Simon, please.
GM Jimmy, thank you. Hello, everybody. Happy to be back in Canada after seeing many of you in Hong Kong for the Hong Kong Hacker House. I know a lot of you went off to Bangkok to get ready for DevCon. We'll talk about that after this, but this is something we just want to address. We do this pretty periodically with the increase in the market activity. There's also an increase in scams. So just a reminder, please, please, please watch out for scammers. Turn on your 2FA on all of your devices and accounts. Do not trust anybody sliding into your DMs trying to help you. We've had a couple people be scammed out of their monkeys, and we never like to see that happen. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. We've actually had in the past issues where somebody faked being scammed just to try and scam you, which isn't great. It's a pretty tough world out there. So be careful, be smart, be safe. Report any unusual activity. Yeah, keep your alerts nice and high. And yeah, I think that's basically it. Unless anybody else has anything to say on top of that. Um, Other than that, we can probably move on there. Moon, if you want to tap the down arrow and go, there we go. This one's a lot more fun to talk about. New events. So if you don't know, a lot of people are moving over to Telegram for a lot of their conversations. I'm going to drop a quick link in the chat for people to join. This one is the main token gated Telegram group that we have for all monkeys for global. We're going to do a lot of conversations in there. There's already 330 verified members in this Telegram group chat. This is the main one. It's a good vibe. We post a lot of valuable information in there. If you are mostly focused on Telegram these days, like people are, we still hang on Discord. It's a great time, but we know that Telegram is kind of the way that things are transitioning towards. And on top of that, I'd like to mention that there's 3 major events coming up that I learned mostly about while in Hong Kong. So I know a lot of monkeys are going to DevCon. So we have a token gated chat. I just dropped it into the town hall chat there for you. For DevCon, monkeys at DevCon. After that, in early December, is Monkeys at Art Basel in Miami. We've been doing MonkeDAO activations there for 2 years now. This will be the 3rd year. I know there's a lot of people going there. It's a great time. If you want to check it out, join the group, meet up with some monkeys in Miami. And then the third one is the Taipei Blockchain Week. So monkeys heading there. I think it's a pretty big event, maybe the last event of the year. So we have a token gated chat set up for that as well. You must own an SMB Gen 2 or Gen 3 to get access to the chat. It must be in a wallet that is connected to your Matrix account. And if you are seeing the issue where it says linkage expired, probably means that you haven't connected your Telegram account to your Matrix profile. So go to matrix.io and connect your Telegram account. I think that's basically it. We also have many other groups available to local geographical groups in the IRL Telegrams group channel here in Discord. Take a peruse, see if there's a group for your city. Some of them are being led by local ambassadors. Some are just kind of grassroots getting started. Let me know if there's any others that should be added there. I think that's about it for the next upcoming events, but definitely join that global Telegram group chat for more information on all the upcoming events. I think that's it. Thank you, and back to you, Jimmy.
All right, thank you, Simon. I hope you guys are excited. There's I thought the number of events were actually toned down a little bit towards the end of the year. But it doesn't sound like it at all. New events Telegram is actually, popping up a lot more. So definitely make sure, especially if you're in town or you're close to that specific city or country or whatever, and if you are still thinking about joining or making a trip there, let us know specific to, I think, DEFCON or some of the events like Simon mentioned, Taiwan. We are doing activation there, and we are planning to organize fellow monkeys, put together an official event where you can come together. So feel free to join it and be a part
One
of it.
last interruption for you, Jimmy. We do have a Toronto Monkeys getting dim sum tomorrow. Quinn is flying up from the States. Chris is putting it on. I think we have over 20 monkeys coming for the dim sum tomorrow. It's going to be a great time. There's also Vancouver monkeys November. So if you are in Vancouver or in BC, I know Moon is coming down from the BC mountains just to attend this monkey event in November. What's the date? Cowabunga Jones, can you just quickly post the date? And there is the Luma link in the chat. It's the 22nd, November 22nd. So lots of other monkey events coming up if you are not going to DevCon or Miami or what's the last one? Taipei. There's many other events coming up for local monkeys who maybe not want to travel internationally. Sorry for the interruption. Let me know if there's anything else I need to shout out. Just post in the chat. Thank you, Jemmy. Bye bye.
All right, thank you, Simon. Wow, okay, free dim sum. And especially with fellow monkeys, I'm not sure, what else you need to convince you, but that sounds like a perfect meal to me. So make sure you join and be a part of it for sure, and let us know if you need more information and update. All right. And just a note as well, you want to make sure that you are joined up and part of your local chapters leading up to the next few months, especially. And if you need a place where you can refer to for the links to the local chapters, just look at the RL section of our Discord, and you have all the RL Telegram groups, especially pertaining to the local chapters. All right. So that's it for now for the new events, TG. Next up, let's bring up Stroll to talk a little bit about the Xmas or Monkeymas merch. Love it or hate it. Stroll, feel free.
Uh, GM, monkeys. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Every Friday, but today is a special day because after probably 64 fake happy birthday, today is actually Jamie's birthday. So wish Jamie happy birthday. And I want to see all of you tagging Jamie. I want that his Discord is gonna get destroyed by all the tags. So please tag Jamie. No, you don't have to write happy birthday, but you have happy birthday and tag Jamie because this is something very good. It's actually after 64 weeks, it's probably today is his birthday. So tag Jamie, wishing happy birthday. Today is his day. And we are gonna be like we want to celebrate it in the best way. Talking about the Christmas merch, there is no better way to celebrate it than the Christmas monkey, but in Christmas Monkey DAO style. So this year, Monkey DAO has released something very exclusive for Christmas, which are the 100 Monkey DAO Monkmas sweatshirt, limited to just 100. And we sold already 50 of them. So, like, if you're planning to buy, be fast. There is as well a code for today during Town Hall, which is MD Town Hall. So you're gonna get 10%. The Monkey Down Monkeyman's sweatshirt is made in Italy with premium quality supplier, and these suppliers work with like very big luxurious brand like Dior and Dolce Gabbana. The sweatshirt is available for pre-order. So, like, if you are not sure about your size and everything, there is a size chart under the link that I will show you. So you can check everything. You can check your size, and it's in centimeter. So, like, if you're from US or from another country that are not using centimeter, make sure that like our size chart is in centimeters. That's all for today. So if you want to celebrate your holidays in monkey style and stay cozy, head to shop.monkeydao.io and secure yours today. As I remember, there is a discount for today, which is Monkey DAO, and no, which is MD Town Hall. So if you want to secure Monkey DAO sweatshirt, here is the link, and the code is MD Town Hall for 10%. Thank you very much. Happy birthday again to Jamie. Guys, I remember everyone tag Jamie and wish Jamie happy birthday because today is his real birthday. Thank you very much. And Jamie, you can go ahead.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Ro. Really appreciate everyone as well. It's still it's somehow just like really actually funny. Like I don't really comment about this a lot, but it's just so happened that this actually did fall on a Friday. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate everyone. This has been nothing short of amazing. I wouldn't choose spending the last 3 to 4 years with you guys. Well, I wouldn't spending these 3 to 4 years any other way. Aside from truly in this little jungle with you guys. You guys are what has made this 3 to 4 years so much fun. Yes, so let's chat a little bit about this. This is a little bit more serious. I wish this could be done in a more light-hearted fashion. Um, But this is actually the VPP 2.0 update. Givi will be posting an update for us by the end of today. And this will be done in the vote section. Oh, here we go. Perfect timing. Let's see if this can be linked. Literally, Givi just posted this. Let me see if I can get her to tag everybody. 1 second. Tag everybody. Okay, so here we go. Thank you so much, Givi, if you're in the chat, for pulling through so timely and ensuring this can be put up in time. But here we go. This is hopefully the linked chat for everyone. And go and check it out. Let me see. Givi is spreading them across different messages because she's not on Nitro yet. So feel free to go refer to it. As a quick TLDR, the VPP 2.0 has been reviewed by the board exec, the legal counsel, Givi especially, basically the leadership team. And we've decided to still move forward with it and have it implemented. And the key reason why we do so is to make sure that the voting process, the governance process can continue to be functional. And we want to assure you that this was not any random decision, as we've almost every other vote. Every single one is considered accordingly with a very, very serious lens, because we don't want to just make random decisions here. But this decision specifically around implementing VPP 2.0, we have deemed that this is important to ensure that governance structure continues to be alive and, most importantly, functional. And we don't want membership to get into a state whereby it's just a lot of like vote fatigue. All right. So this was once again done in the best interest of MonkeDAO. And what this basically does is that it gives the board the authority to oversee and revise the VPP process, which is why we are making this VPP 2.0 rollout. And what this means for governance specifically is that this is actually specific to VPP. There is not any other impact in terms of this way of rollout for proposals, as well as any voting process, etc. Um, and there isn't any sort of implied authority unnecessarily over governance changes, etc. Future changes to how MonkeDAO is actually governed will still follow the same proposal and voting procedures. But what this could potentially help is to see quorums that are a little bit more achievable and whatnot. And it's important to still remember that the committee still have the power to propose and vote on changes to the VPP, and VPP2 actually lays out a clearer path for folks to raise proposals and make sure that your voice can be heard in a meaningful manner. All right. The previous vote on VPP2 actually did receive overwhelming support as well, collectively, around 98.81% voting in favor. The only sort of issue that we were facing is around the quorum aspect. And so before we put this into effect, we're giving the committee a 2-week period to kind of like weigh in. Feel free to provide any feedback that you may have. And if there are no significant objections raised during this period, we'll move forward with implementing VPP 2.0 in full. I think there's a sort of slight timeline issue here. This should be 1 second. This should be a 1 week sort of timeline, just to make sure that people will still remember it and it can still be current. Now, most importantly, what are the key changes to governance with VPP2? Proposals now will start in a workshop stage. Within the governance thread of our MonkeDAO Discord, we don't have a workshop channel yet, but Simon will set it up, right after this town hall. Please don't go there and start sending random gifs or like, feed pics or whatnot. This is a very, very, very serious section. Sometimes people think that it's the most boring section of MonkeDAO. Wow, it's dependent on individuals' view. No comments here. But this workshop channel will allow you to basically gather feedback and allow your proposals to still be edited because one of the biggest issue that folks actually face is that, hey, they put out a proposal and they realize that, after individuals chatted about, feedback and whatnot, they realize that, oh shit, it's already in the voting stage, so they can't really make any changes, etc. So this allows folks, especially the main individual who's proposing that specific proposal, to gather feedback and allow these things, or these sort of proposals, to still be edited first. All right. And to still be actually functional, we want to ensure that, there are at least interests and committee members participating in it, to have that specific proposal move on. And the requirement for that is at least 25 upvotes from the committee, at least one upvote from an exec or board member. And simplification of proposal categories disclosures are now a standard requirement for proposals. Conflict of interest relevant to a proposal must be disclosed. This includes, but it's not limited to, working relationship, close personal relationship, and having financial stakes in other entities, included in the proposal. Authors are encouraged to proactively discuss potential conflict with the board to ensure that they are communicated adequately. All right. As I mentioned as well, this is a little bit more of a serious topic, but we think that is equally important. And very soon you will understand why. We are going to make a lot of like governance push to make sure that, membership voice can be heard. We know that the governance piece may have been a little bit quiet over the last 1 month or so, especially. But the new updates that will come through hopefully will be something that is meaningful for everyone, and something that gets membership excited about, the governance layer of MonkeDAO once again. All right, so with that, I want to transit this to what some of the latest governance infrastructure update that we have rolled out. And we will now bring up Mo Sattler to share with us a little bit more in depth about what these changes are.
All right, GM, everyone. So, as many of you know, we've had an ongoing conversation and discussion around, like, one, the immutability vote, which is really where this stemmed out of. And obviously with the VPP changes and a bunch of like the governance updates and stuff like that, one of the things that we've been working on in the background, by we, I mean Don, so huge shout out to Don for all the work that he did on this, was changing the way that we do certain votes to make sure that we get community engagement and we're able to reach quorum on certain things. So one of the updates that we've made to the voting platform is, for example, when we put up a vote, like the immutability vote, where we need to get a good quorum and a good pulse from the community on how to proceed with a different choice on how to implement those changes, is this change that we've made to the voting platform, where there's a certain threshold, so quorum needs to be met before there's a countdown that triggers for the vote on chain. So as you can see in the screenshot here, one of the changes, this is just a test item that was put up there, where once the quorum reaches, a countdown starts, a 7-day countdown starts, up to which point at the end of that 7-day countdown, based on the results of the vote will take place, it's reached quorum, and it's good to go. So huge shout out to Don for the work that he did on that. In addition to that, to the work that he did there, was to make it so that voting is essentially free for all Monkey members. So this is something that's been discussed on and off for a little while here. So now any vote that goes up essentially is quote unquote free, covered by the DAO. There's a very, very minor transaction, like on-chain transaction fee that needs to continue to be charged. It's like 0.000002 or something like that, which is essentially the on-chain fee. But yeah, Jemmy just posted the link there. If you do want to try it out and see that it is in fact zero fees, and you can see the quorum element, it is up. It's up in the on the voting platform right now. So that's been something that we've done. That's ready to go. This now enables us to finally proceed and move forward with the mutability decision. So stay tuned for that. That will be coming up really soon here as well. One other last thing to call out, it's not a full redesign or anything like that for the voting platform. That may come at a future state, but one of the other things that Don did is actually just did some UI updates to, one, make the experience a little bit better, and also align it with the MonkeDAO design system and stuff like that. So yeah, overall, bunch of these changes, know they've been a long time coming. Excited to finally have them out there in production, and now we can proceed with some of the things that have been outstanding for a little while, but we can move forward. So, yeah, that's everything for me. Back over to you, Jimmy.
All right, thank you. I highly encourage everyone to go check it out. Similarly, the on-chain voting piece is eligible for all Gen 2 holders, especially. So if you're holding any Gen 2 SMBs, feel free to go check it out. You can actually experience it for yourself on what that free voting actually feels like. It actually feels pretty good when you don't have to think about, paying fees, even if it's just, $2, $3. Hey, but still, money is money, whatever it is, especially if you have wheels, feel free to go check it out. You can play around with it after this. It's just that this few days, with the, like what we have mentioned earlier, one thing that we have done and sort of make sure that the team is entirely accountable is to hold timeline very, very tightly and treat deadlines with more legitimacy and not allow kind of like just that timeline to spill over. So it's a happy problem, but with the end of the month here, it also means that a lot of the things start getting delivered and start getting shipped because this was the designated timeline for all. Um, there just happen to be so many announcements that are lined up, and you can expect this specific one to be pushed out over the next 24 to 48 hours. I believe Moon will put out an announcement in the minor announcement thread where, or potentially in the vote channel or whatnot, that allows everyone to basically test the new infrastructure that has been created, where you can really experience what it is like to vote with zero fees or almost like non-existent fees. All right. So highly encourage you to go check it out so that you can get to experience it and you know what we're talking about as well. All right. With that, once again, I think I mentioned this very briefly as well in the October month-end update. But with this kind of with this sort of like infrastructure or around governance getting updated and reviewed, what we are going to do is to get ready to push out all the outstanding proposals. And full disclosure as well, you may remember that barrel raffle has been made possible because of an earlier proposal. In that same proposal that designated X number of barrels for barrel raffle on a weekly basis, the same proposal also designated for the leftover barrels, if not approved by the committee usage by a certain date, to be burned. All right. And as we know, the date may have just passed recently. That is something that is upcoming. We will share more updates around it. Alongside that, there are also a few key proposals that we plan to roll out. One is the extension of the executive sort of tenure from the current 6 months period to a year long. And the main reason why we've decided to still push on for that is to ensure that things can be functional. Especially now, we've been very proud of the team that we've put together. I think everyone has been helping to drive the different verticals, especially. And we want to make sure that the level of effectiveness can be retained. So we'll be pushing out that proposal to kind of like officially, put it out and hopefully get everybody's support to transition a temporary team structure to a more sort of meaningful update around how the exact team can be structured. All right. Um, and yes, that's probably the couple of proposals that have been outstanding. And we hopefully can push it out and get everybody involved in a more meaningful magnitude really, really soon. All right. So that's it for the outstanding proposals, and let's bump it back to Moonsetter once again for Banana Stand updates, and I'm personally very, very excited about it.
All right, yeah. So back to me. So as you guys who were here for last week's town hall did hear regarding, we do have staking. So this was a proposal that was raised a few months ago back by DJ and Donkey. It was called Liquidities for Losers. Essentially, was a staking proposal. So had overwhelming support, and that's something that we've been working on for a while around aligning requirements, getting designs, all that sort of stuff up. And over the last few weeks, we've actually have a development team that has been working on getting this delivered. So this is something that's going to be coming very, very soon. One of the things with it that we're also looking to do is aligning, terminology that makes more sense to people beyond staking. So it will probably be called something like vaulting. But yeah, anyways, if anybody has any ideas on that, feel free to share them with me. But you can see here's the design. This is essentially kind of what the experience will look like. The staking experience will have different lockup tenures and different multipliers. With those different lockup tenures, there will be different perks, I guess you can say, associated with each one. Primarily will be three different terms, 3, 6, and 12 months. We'll go into more details in the future as to like what unlocks what with regards to each one, but ultimately there will be a banana multiplier that you can look forward to. Something that I won't go into too many details, but we've been chatting for a while, so you guys may be familiar with, but Banananomics may change a little bit as a result in the future as well, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, super exciting. The staking feature, with the staking feature, there's actually another huge, massive component that's going to be rolled out with it. Won't go into too many details for that yet, but essentially imagine IRL perks for different things. That will be rolling out for that. As well, over the next little while, over the same sort of time period, we are also going to be rolling out the updated designs and the experience for the Quest and Shop. Can we burn our monkeys? What's this message say? To have membership for life. Okay. Well, we'll see. Could be explored. So yeah. Sorry, that totally sidetracked me. But yeah, ultimately, we'll have a pretty new experience to the banana stand over the next little while here. A big part of that is the way that we changed our working model and working with, if you all are familiar, Monkey member Benny Vibes, working with him and the development team to kind of accelerate this and try to get these experiences out as soon as possible here, as I know that the community has been waiting for a while. We've done some demos on this over a little while ago and really kind of excited to start getting these out there. So look forward to that. We'll be releasing more details as we get closer to that date, but expect that to kind of be coming out over the next few weeks. So that's the high-level banana stand update. Stay tuned. A lot coming. Yeah, staking, vaulting. Super exciting new feature that will be coming out with some other perks associated with it. I think the next part in here that we have, or maybe Jemmy, do we want to do new member first before we move on to the raffle?
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to quickly mention a little bit around the banana stand. I think one of the things that we've been looking at is the emissions. So Moon, maybe you want to cover that a little bit as well. Just a brief update. I think we've been getting ready to transition, hopefully, out of the sort of like what we would call internally as the beta phase. So we expect some adjustments to be made. So Moon, if you want to, expand a little bit there, feel free.
Yeah, so with the banana emissions, so briefly touched on as I was mentioning with like the different staking and multipliers that's going to come. We are looking to enhance and have obviously more ways to earn bananas with different badges and stuff that will be also rolled out in over the next little while into the future. For that, we will also be changing the base emission rate. We're still kind of finalizing the details for that, but yeah, as you guys know, daily emissions for bananas today are 1 for Gen 3 and 2 for Gen 2. That will very likely change to be more balanced towards the value of the NFTs that are held. So yeah, I won't go into too many details on that yet, but yeah, do stay tuned for that. So if you know what that means, yeah, there will be some base emission changes that we'll be introducing over the next little while here.
All right, thank you, Moon. Appreciate that update. I believe we may be running a little bit tight on time, but let's do a quick shout out to see if we have any new monkeys in the maybe comfortable spot to come up and say hi. If you are a new monkey who just joined us over the last couple of weeks, we would love to welcome you. Let us know if you are in chat and you just joined us. I see Technopark still has the new tag. And Forsaken Red Kite, if you want to come out and say hi, feel free. We would love to invite you. So no worries if you're shy. Let's see. Any other new monkeys who may want to come and say, "Hey, receive yes or no?" Sorry, I'm not free this week, but I would love to come out next week. Yes, no worries at all. Can totally do that since this is basically something that we host on a weekly basis. So no worries. All right. All right, so I think we can move on to the barrel raffles for now, and then we can get ready to pump it up really, really soon. So Monsetto, whenever you are ready, feel free to take over the stage.
All right. So, Donkey, to address, no, we aren't going to nerf Gen 3 nanas. Gen 3s will still earn nanas. The rates will probably change. Anyways, we'll share more details as that kind of gets discussed and finalized in more details. But Gen 3s will continue to earn nanas, so don't worry about that. One big thing that also stems from this is we have, obviously, as some of you may be aware, farmer issue where people buy one banana and set up a bunch of alts, which isn't very fair to the rest of the community members who are engaged and stuff like that. Which leads me into the comments that I want to make for the Banana Stand platform. As we kind of come up to the remaining few weeks that we have for the Banana Stand barrel raffles, if you are an alt, that we know you are an alt, and you continue to try to game the system, we will also nerf the main account. Not nerf it, sorry, bad word. But please don't purchase raffle tickets with your bananas on an alt. If we find that you are doing it, your main account will potentially also be impacted over the next few weeks for barrel raffles. So don't do that. So yeah, anyways, we'll go ahead and jump into the barrel raffles here. Let me I gotta change my screen. Okay. All right. Can everyone see the wheel? Up, we got 400 entries in this week, so let's go ahead and shuffle this list and go ahead with picking this week's 5 barrel raffles winners. So first up, let's see who we got. First up for this week's barrel raffle, DJTY05. Congratulations. First barrel raffle winner for this week. Next up, Ben DJTY. Ben, congratulations. Second winner for this week. Next up, third up, we have. Who do we got for the third barrel for this week? Borpla. Congratulations. That's the third winner for this week. Next up, we have the fourth winner for this week. Maumir. Maumir is the fourth winner for this week. And for the fifth and final winner for this week for the barrel raffles, we have Mr. R. All right, so 5 winners for this week. Obviously, as I just mentioned, we'll review it. If you are an alt, please don't be an alt. DJTY, Ben, Borpla, Maumir, and Mr. R. Congratulations. Those are the 5 current winners for this week's barrel raffle. If you didn't win this week, better luck next week. We'll have 5 more after that. All right, back over to you, Jemmy.
All right, thank you once again. Really appreciate your help, Moon, for running the Congregate raffle. Don't worry, I know that there's a lot of conversations around what is going to happen to Banana Stand. Don't worry, this will continue to update everybody as more information get put together. I know that there's a lot of excitement there as well as enthusiasm around what this Banana Stand race may look like. At the end of the day, I think just be rest assured, our decisions around this will not be taken lightly, which is why we're specifically asked for this to be kind of like reviewed intensively, looked at by different folks and whatnot. The whole premise of this is to ensure that, as we continue to progress, the banana stand can be better reflective and ensure that members can have the appropriate incentive mechanics in place to continue being involved and participate and contribute to MonkeDAO actively. All right. So with that, once again, appreciate you guys for taking time out of your precious Friday to join us. And just a personal note for myself, I appreciate all the love and well wishes. MonkeDAO has been one of the most magical thing that I enjoy personally. And this is nothing less with every passing year, and hopefully this is the case for you as well. Without the further delay, wishing you an amazing weekend. Remember to touch grass and spend time with your loved ones outside from celebrating the end of October. All right, it's time to pump it up. Oops, 1 second. Let's see what's going on with our friend. Uh, let's see. 1 second. All right, just a second. Let's see if we can play this again. Don't leave without enjoying the pump it up. Let's see if we can bring him up again. Let's see where is our friend. Chip. Well, seems like Chip decided to take a break. So 1 second. Let me see if this actually works.
Oh, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Up.